He had just returned from a phenomenal tour of the United States. The two concerti were inspired by his exposure to the West, his ability to go to many, many jazz clubs where he met a lot of famous jazz musicians. And then, of course, one of the highlights of his trip was meeting George Gershwin in New York. And George came and played Rhapsody in Blue for him. And just, he outdid himself one night. I mean, George Gershwin was famous for taking over, evenings in salons and private homes and just playing for hours and hours and hours nonstop. And he probably did this for Ravel, who was just completely gobsmacked. And then George Gershwin was just lavish in his praise of Ravel and wanted Ravel to teach him, and Ravel refused because he said, with your talent and your instincts, there's no need for my instruction. You'd only end up writing bad Ravel. You will hear jazz infusions in both of them. And one is very light and kind of effervescent, which he wanted originally to call the G major concerto divertissement, which is, a light, joyful piece. Whereas the left-hand concerto really mimics more of the classic concertos of the times. When you think of Brahms' concerto, one of the interesting things Ravel said was those concertos are designed not for the piano, but against the piano. So it's a different animal altogether.